Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cooking Dinner with JohnnyShwa. This is our day two episode. Cooking again today, and had real nice dinner going here. Very simple, very quick. Not spending a lot of time in the kitchen tonight. Nothing to defrost. Had everything pulled out. So we're going to use some pretty great ingredients today, though. Number one, we have. I'm going to turn this off for a moment. We have some broccoli rabe. And as you can see, we have some garlic sauteed in some butter and some olive oil. I leave my garlic a little big, and I got that nice and brown. You deglaze the pan. There you go, Joe Michelle. Deglaze the pan with a little bit of water, and you could use some white wine and put a little bit of lemon juice. In the oven today, right? You can see my oven smoking. We have one of my favorite steaks, and hopefully we're not going to set off the fire alarm, which definitely could happen. Okay, I'm gonna take this out and let this rest for a little while. One of my favorite steaks, Robin and I, and I get the steak from her, by the way. It's her who really turned me on to it. But it is the chuck steak. And, in the stores, I really have been watching meat and watching prices. And the chuck steak's gonna be one of your best values in the store, okay? Bring it over, we can really check it out a little bit better. But you'll see, nice big steak. Had great marbleization and fat running through the muscle. What's important is, okay, and you may say, well, it can be a little tough or it can be fatty. Well, you're not cutting it correctly, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you right now. And looking at this steak, okay, we have nice caramelization. We can see in here. There's three different muscles. We have a muscle running down through one side. We got a break off and small muscle here, and then another large muscle on that side. So the key to serving this steak and making it the most pleasurable, making it the most tender, right? That's what we want from our food. We don't want to have to kind of muscle and struggle through our food. So we're going to separate the muscles. After you separate the muscles, you can trim each piece of meat individually, get any gristle or fat that may be surrounding around that, and then you want to cut on an angle, okay, about a 45-degree angle, a tranche, and you want to look for nice, for me, medium rare is great. Chuck steak, a little rare is a little chewy, but medium rare, it's incredible. So we're using the broiler, a little cold outside, and we just had our stove up nice and clean, so I'm not using my plancha, but I'm using the broiler. Not a technique used a lot or enough in homes. I think a lot of people either don't know how to use it or are scared to use it because the risk of fire is pretty high. So just like a grill where it is on the bottom, the broiler is on top with the radiant heat source, dry heat cooking technique, requires mat that has good marbleization, meat that has good marbleization, or you're going to be basting or something like that. And it really melts the fat out really well on the meat, as you can see. So we broiled our steak. It's a nice thick steak. I broiled it for maybe 8-10 minutes on the first side, and another maybe 6-7 minutes on the other side. Okay, and we have this coming out. I'm still going to go back in, but this meat is beautiful. Again, you can see the areas where you would need to trim and seam out all that fat. Our pasta of choice tonight is penne. So I'm going to be boiling the penne, mixing it with the broccoli rabe and garlic and oil. And then I have a little bit of really nice pecorino romano. I'm going to be grating into our pasta. We're going to slice our steak, and that's going to be our nice, easy dinner for tonight. So a broccoli rabe pasta with penne, sliced chuck steak, and I'm sure we'll have the hot sauces out, and don't kill me, my favorite sauce is still ketchup. My mother ruined steak for us so bad when we were kids that the only way to bring it back to life was to douse it in ketchup. Now, anytime I eat steak or think of steak, it's like not having ketchup on your french fries. So that's my guilty pleasure. Thank you so much for checking us out. Episode 2, Cooking with JohnnyShwa, Dinner with JohnnyShwa, and hope to see you tomorrow. God bless. Have a great night, everyone.